Hey there guys, this is Reckles with WTBGold, and what I don't want to talk about today is how to farm Mageroyal, Briarthorn, and Swift Thistle. There's no competition. Hillsbrad Foothills is just the best zone. Follow this route. Like usual, the map's down in the description. I got over 1,000 herbs an hour, like no other zone comes close. What I do want to talk about today is why this route's great. So, I'm going to take the next 4 minutes to go over how herb nodes work in World of Warcraft so you guys can understand. So, your first instinct as a new farmer, even as like a new guide maker, is to go to Wowhead, look up a map of all the herb nodes and say like, oh wow, there's a lot of herbs around Ruins of Alterac. I'll go there. I'll draw a line around there, whatever. Here's what happens though. Your first 5 minutes of farming, absolutely great. Nodes everywhere, you're constantly herbing, you get like 40 of each herb in 5 minutes. Then, out of nowhere, things just suddenly stop spawning. Like, almost like an invisible GM's watching over your shoulder and like punishing you for trolling trade chat. It takes you an additional 15 minutes just to get another 40 of each herb. So, here's why. There's 4 important factors that determine how herb nodes work. As of Legion, all gathering nodes have some phasing, where if another player loots an herb, it disappears for them, but the node is still visible and lootable by you for the next like 30 seconds. We're gonna ignore this here because it's really only important in like current content, high competition farming areas. So you don't like hate your fellow farmers. The second thing is that each zone has 3 important numbers. The first is potential nodes. You see this by doing a little work, going to WowDB or Wowhead and just adding up the numbers. With this Hillsbrad example, it has about 700 potential nodes. The second number is minimum nodes. For this, I farmed a while to empty everything out of Hillsbrad and then just went around physically counting everything up. Hillsbrad seems to have about 50 nodes as the minimum. The third number is maximum nodes. Generally, this is about double the minimum, but for our test, for our example here, let's just say it's 80. The third important factor is autofill, and the way this works, whenever there are fewer herbs in a zone than the maximum, so like our maximum is 80, if there are only 70 nodes, 1 herb will spawn randomly somewhere on the map every like 60 seconds or so. Now, I don't know the exact timing. It's really hard to test. Blizzard hasn't ever responded to me, and that's fine. But this is an interesting mechanic, and I'm not going to explain it. I want you to do some thinking here. Tell me in the comments what you think the effect would be if this didn't exist. The impact on your results in a zone with heavy competition, your results in a zone without heavy competition, your total herbalism auction house earnings, on WoW's inflation, and finally on just general gathering enjoyment. You know, would farming be more or less fun if this didn't exist? The fourth factor though is force spawn, and this one's really important, has a big impact. Whenever an herb is looted when the zone is already at the minimum, another will insta-spawn somewhere else on the map. So let's combine these 4 points and look at Hillsbrad again. I'll split the map into 2 sections. You got the ruins and the area around South Shore. We'll do Zone A and Zone B. And imagine you're just farming the ruins, the one WoW Professions recommends. So without any competition, the map will have the maximum of 80 nodes up. They'll be pretty evenly distributed between Zone A and Zone B. So you'll have a ton of herbs really quickly when you're gathering for the first 30 nodes. At that point, the random insta-spawn will kick in. And because there are so many potential nodes all over the map, you'll get about half the new herbs spawning in A and about half spawning in B. But once you've forced 10 nodes to spawn over in B, which doesn't take that long, Zone B by itself has the map-wide 50 node minimum all by itself. So insta-spawn turns off and you're left with 1 herb a minute, only half of which actually spawn on your side, just the autofill. So this dynamic zone-wide spawn interaction is why, for extended farming sessions, you want to design your route so that it covers as many herbs as possible. It's also why you want to be wary of any guide makers that test for like less than 30 minutes or an hour, or of course anyone who just doesn't list results at all. So, that's it for me. Good luck getting your Mageroyal. Press the like button if you learned something. Subscribe if you want to see future videos. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and happy gold making. God, I feel like there should be a drinking game with this series where, like, you got to take a shot every time I say the word node.